The roadmap to the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl starts now. In this video, I want to talk about the top 5 things I absolutely love about this schedule. I think you guys are going to find some things very, very interesting. Welcome to my channel here. Bills News Consolidated. The 2023 roadmap to the Super Bowl for the Buffalo Bills was just released. And my top 5 reasons why the Buffalo Bills are going to definitely excel here in 2023. And really the first thing I absolutely love about this season starts with week 1, Monday night, opening up the season on primetime football. We got 5 primetime games, only 5 games at 1 p.m., but I really love the fact that we're starting the season against Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. For the past 6 seasons, the NFL has tracked whether the offense has statistically done better than the defense or vice versa, and has been shown on countless times that offenses lag in the beginning of the year. Offenses seem to struggle statistically. It's proven more so than defenses earlier in the year. So knowing that Aaron Rodgers is coming from Green Bay, going to the New York Jets, new team, new stadium, has to buy a home, just all these new things. Week 1, it's just going to be a little bit of a struggle, I think, for Aaron Rodgers. Clearly, it's going to be his hardest game of the season, being that it's week 1. Getting on the same page with Garrett Wilson and his wide receivers and this offense, the offensive line. I mean, there are a lot of moving pieces here. And Aaron Rodgers is no joke of a quarterback. I mean, 40 years old. Jets are looking for the first quarterback to throw for over 4,000 yards, dating back to Joe Namath. So this is a quarterback that is definitely going to make the Jets a lot better. But the Buffalo Bills are getting him week 1, let alone in primetime football at his own stadium with all the pressure in the world on him. I mean, maybe the Bills get the best of them because of that. The next thing I absolutely love about this 2023 schedule for the Bills is the fact that we don't have all of our AFC East opponents stacked up right against one another. Last year, the Buffalo Bills having to play Miami and the Jets and the Patriots, basically all back-to-back games, all clumped up against one another. I don't like that. We know one another so well. AFC East opponents really, I mean, those are almost like playoff games. You really beat one another up. It's physical, and I really like the fact that it's spread out throughout the season. The Bills last year having such a tight AFC East with the Jets and Miami, and playing everyone so close together. I don't really like that for the Buffalo Bills. Having it spaced out, having it spread out is just really, really ideal for Bills Mafia. So I really like the Buffalo Bills. I like the AFC East, the way it's shaped out here for the Bills in the AFC East. Playing Miami is the next reason why I think the Buffalo Bills have a great schedule here. Having Miami all the way the last week of the season, it's to be announced. We don't know what time it's going to be. It could be 1 o'clock, could be another prime time. But again, it is in Miami in December. Therefore, we don't have to go there in September and deal with that heat. So this is another advantage for the Buffalo Bills, is playing Miami extremely late, not dealing with the heat. It should be great weather there in Miami. Plus, knowing that Tua has been struggling with injuries and having to learn how to fall this offseason, Tua could very well be hurt by the time the Buffalo Bills play him this final week of the season. So Tua having to prove himself this year, longevity-wise, prove himself by not getting hurt, by not getting knocked out. Buffalo Bills might get lucky and not even have to face Tua the last week of the season. So I really think having these top 3 things for the Buffalo Bills are some crucial things, but there are some other elements here that the Buffalo Bills are really, really benefiting from. And then next, I know a lot of people are complaining that, we have all of these 4 o'clock games. We only have 5 1 p.m. games, 3 of which are all in a row at the beginning of the season. But when you look at it, you look at all these 4 o'clock games and all these primetime games, the Buffalo Bills are really going to be in a routine because all of them are really in a row. We're playing on a weekly basis, a lot of 4 o'clock games in a row, a lot of primetime games, 8 p.m. games in a row. the Buffalo Bills will get accustomed to this. Yes, I know we haven't really played a lot of 1 o'clock games in the past, but the Buffalo Bills, I think, throughout the season will definitely get accustomed to this, adjusting to having all these games, at the same time, pretty much. I really think the NFL players, they prefer being in routine. Ideally, you want to play at 1 o'clock. As a fan, I kind of like it, having it a little bit later in the day. Even the TV analysts were saying there's 25 to 30 million viewers. Those are pretty much primetime slots. Those are more watched than the 1 o'clock games. But as a fan, that 1 o'clock is just right in the middle of the day. Those 4 o'clock games, we can kind of enjoy the day a little bit, tailgate a little bit longer if it's at home. You know what I'm saying? And I think having it a little bit later in the day makes a lot of sense. The primetime games are absolutely huge for the Buffalo Bills, having 5 primetime games, of course, going to London as well. But, the Bills, when you look at the strength of schedule last year, right? It's 7th hardest schedule last year the Bills had to deal with. And this year, we have a lot of great opponents that we're going to be going against. Kansas City, Cincinnati, even the Cowboys, right? Even other, the division, the NFC. We got some tough opponents coming up here for Bills Mafia. But I really think all of this is going to prepare us for when the lights get bright at the end of the season. Going against great teams, preparing us for the playoffs. And if the Buffalo Bills can stay healthy, having that Week 13 bye is absolutely huge. And the hardest stretch of the season is later in the year, but we have that Week 13 bye. This is the latest bye that the Buffalo Bills have basically ever had in a season. So opting, like we mentioned in a previous video, opting to say no after Week 5 to that London game, say no to that bye week, we end up with a Week 13 bye, one of the latest bye weeks. We all know how beneficial a late bye week is. The Buffalo Bills actually, I feel like, got a pretty decent schedule here. The more I look at it, I really can't complain about anything. Going to Kansas City, I know some fans are upset. The Bills always have to go to Kansas City, but we haven't beaten them. They earned that right. We got to go to Kansas City, and we've beaten them there too. So we fared pretty well there sometimes during the regular season. But I really am hyped up about this 2023 NFL season. The Buffalo Bills definitely have their tough share of opponents, but I think we're going to get in our routine. We're going to find our routines throughout the season. Lots of primetime football, lots of an ability here, big-time ability to win the hearts of the world, make Buffalo the biggest market in the NFL. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are hyped up for this 2023 NFL season. If you did, hit like, subscribe. Releasing a detailed video of Tyrell Dotson, the potential starting middle linebacker for Bills Mafia in 2023. A deep dive film study video will be released tomorrow. So like, subscribe, go Bills.